Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. You're all here this morning for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not you've committed the crime in which you've been arrested for. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings, up until changed by you if you plead to your case or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you are arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to represent yourself, whether you'll be hiring a private attorney, or whether you would like the assistance of the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You are entitled to have an attorney represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, I will appoint one for you this morning. You're also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to do that yet, just let me know. I'll make sure you get that phone call this morning. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court this morning to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Go ahead and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. Ramona Hyatt Parker. Ms. Parker, can I have your date of birth?
11/5/63.
Ms. Parker, you were here this morning for a grand theft. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
Public Defender.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. State, does she have a prior record?
Charges are the only charges I see at this time.
Okay. Ms. Parker, I have an address to be on Florentine Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
4 years.
Do you have a job?
No, I'm retired.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $500. We're going to see you back to court on April 17th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
Tatum Champagne.
Judge, we may also ask for no contact with the victim on that case, please.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Parker, I'm ordering that you have no contact with the victim in your case. What is the victim's name?
I believe it's Kirsten.
Kristen Alfio. Okay.
Thanks, Judge.
All right, Ms. Champagne,
Yes.
have your date of birth?
85/95.
You were here this morning for a domestic battery. It's based on a warrant signed by Judge Merritt on March 7th. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Or do you want the Public Defender's Office?
I'm going to have a lawyer.
You're going to hire private counsel?
Yes.
Okay, who are you going to hire?
Bill Ebel.
Okay. State where?
Judges are the only charges I see at this time.
I have an address for you on Chesterfield Road in Dade City. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
Almost 2 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a waitress.
We set your bond at $500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Talia Champagne. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have any contact with her whatsoever. If you have any contact with Talia while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond until you resolve all of your cases. That means do not contact with her, do not have contact with her even if she has contact with you. If she calls you, you need to hang up the phone. If you see her out somewhere, you need to turn around and go the other way. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to also hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Talia wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file an injunction with you, you want to read it very carefully. It will be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. We're going to see you back to court with your attorney on April 11th at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Evan Adams. Mr. Adams, can I have your date of birth?
10/31/90.
All right, you are here today for a failure to appear. Looks like a case out of Pasco County. The bond is $1,513. We're going to keep that bond the same. If you can't bond out, then Pasco County is going to come get you within the next 5 days. If they don't come get you within the next 5 days, they'll bring you back in front of me and we'll figure out what the holdup is. If they do come get you, then you can go down there and you can ask for an attorney when you get there and ask for a court date, okay?
Okay.
All right. Gerard Aseo. Can I have your date of birth?
11/12/59.
You are here today for a grand theft. This is co-defendant, I believe. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. State for record.
Judge, just to start, he does have an open misdemeanor out of Lake County. As for the rest of his record, out of Florida, to start, he has, in 2017, December of this year, it looks like he's got a contractor without a license, failure to appear. In 2007, more contracting without a license on the felony level. Looks like he received PTI for that. In 2004, also looks like a misdemeanor battery adjudicated guilty. And then he has some New Jersey history from, looks like, 70s and 80s. And then some more late 80s stuff regarding false verifications, DUIs. That's all out of state.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, Mr. Aseo, I have an address to be on Florentine Court in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 years.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
Heating and cooling.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. I'm going to see you back to court on April 17th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
I'm going to order that you have no contact with Kristen Aseo, okay? Do not have any contact with her.
I'm sorry, Judge, what was the bond?
1,000. Thank you. Adam Crossley. Can I have your date of birth?
11/21/78.
You are here today for a possession of methamphetamine and possession of controlled substance. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Judge, in December of 2017, it looks like I have a probation violation on a misdemeanor out of Hernando. That looks like it was for petty theft and altering utility equipment. In 2015, I have another misdemeanor probation violation for Duelis. And then I just have some stuff from 97, possession of alcohol by under 21.
Okay. Mr. Crossley, I have an address for you on Linden Drive in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
About a month.
Where'd you live before that?
Ruppe Avenue.
Is that in Hernando County?
Yes.
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
12 years.
Do you have a job?
I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an electrician.
I'm going to set your bond on count 1 at $5,000. Count 2 will remain the same at $2,000. We're going to see you back to court on April 17th at 9 a.m. Austin Davis. Hi, Mr. Davis. Can I have your date of birth?
12/9/87.
All right. It looks like you showed up late for court yesterday in front of Judge Toner, and you were arrested as a result of that somewhere around 10 o'clock in the morning. Judge Toner wants you held no bond on that. What I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and keep it no bond, but I'm going to move up your court date to March 26th at 1:30, okay?
Yes,
Do you have a
ma'am.
public defender in that case?
Yes, but I'm hiring an attorney.
Okay, who are you going to hire?
I'm not too sure yet. I was trying to get out of jail so I can find out. I got 2 kids that I got to raise.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put your court date up sooner, so we're going to see you on Monday, okay? So
Yeah,
we're gonna,
no problem.
no bond, we'll see you Monday at 1:30.
Shut your mouth.
Are you talking to me?
That's my son. What time?
1:30.
1:30.
Jonathan D'Onofrio Crockett. have your date of birth?
11/7/91.
Okay, you were here today for a burglary, obstruction, and grand theft auto. There was probable cause for both of those. This is just, it looks like part of the investigation that's been ongoing for a couple months.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the date of offense is back in February. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just keep those bonds the same at $5,000 and $2,000. And we're going to, do you have the public defender on all your other cases?
Yes, Barbara Joe Bell.
All right. His other case is set for 4/6?
Yes, Judge.
All right, so we're going to set this case with all your other cases on April 6th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Merritt, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Federico Celestiano Pizarro. You did good.
Oh.
Can I have your date of birth?
1970.
Do we need an interpreter?
No.
No. You're here today charged with criminal mischief and you have a violation of probation. Do you want me to appoint the public defender's office to represent you on these? Sir, do you want the public
Yes.
defender's office? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Keep the bond at $2,000 for the criminal mischief. We'll see you back to court on April 17th. For the violation of probation, it's no bond. We'll appoint the public defender's office on both cases. Violation of probation, April 17th at 9 a.m. Eric Martin.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Kelly Kavanaugh on behalf of Mr. Martin.
Okay. Mr. Martin, can I have your date of birth?
9472.
Mr. Martin, you are here today for a domestic battery and a battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. So you have a private attorney present. State,
Yes,
you have a
ma'am.
prior record?
Judge, these are the only charges I see at this time.
Okay. Ms. Kavanaugh, did you have anything to say?
No, Your Honor, we just asked that the court set a bond on the domestic in accordance with the bond set. My understanding is this was a Marion County arrest and he's actually been held. He was arrested on Thursday.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Martin, I have an address for you on, is it Southwest 53rd Terrace in Ocala?
Yes,
Okay. How long have you lived there?
just really since the incident. For the last few weeks.
Okay. Have you ever lived in Hernando County?
Yes,
When?
for 2 years.
When?
Down on Teresa Avenue.
When?
Last 2 years.
Okay. You have a job?
No, disabled.
All right. For the domestic battery, I'll set your bond at $1,000. For the other battery, I'll set your bond at $500. I'm going to order no contact with Denise Martin and Richard Williamson. Do not have any contact with them whatsoever. Do not write, do not call, do not email. Do not have anyone else write, call, or email. Your attorney will give you some cautionary advice with regard to that. So if you do have any contact with either one of them, you could be committing another crime and held without bond until you resolve all of your cases. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Denise wants to file an injunction against you. If she does file that injunction against you, then you need to read it very carefully to be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her, her home, her vehicle, or anywhere else where she may frequent. We're going to see you back in court in these cases on April 11th at 9 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Randy Matlock? Matlock, can I have your date of birth?
3/15/62.
Okay, you were here today for a failure to appear on 2 cases in front of Judge Toner. It looks like you also had court yesterday and showed up around 10 o'clock. So, do you have an attorney on those cases?
Alexander.
Public defender, okay. What we're going to do is I'll go ahead and keep it no bond, but I'm going to move up your court date to March 26th at 1:30 in the afternoon in front of Judge Toner, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Randall Mueller?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
5/11/63.
You were here today for 3 counts of domestic battery and 1 count of resisting an officer without violence. I did find probable cause for your arrest on each of those. Do you want to represent yourself, hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Ma'am, there was no battery.
Okay, I'm not asking
I
you to tell me anything about the case. You have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. Don't say anything about the facts of the case. I'm asking if you want the public defender to represent you.
Yes.
Appoint the public defender's office, state, prior record.
Judge, these are the only charges I see at this time.
Okay. All right, I have an address here on Mariner Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
I own the home, yes, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you
Yes,
lived
Your
there?
Honor. I'm sorry.
How long have you lived there?
Could you? I've been there 20 years.
Do you have a job?
I am the sole proprietor of Mr. Randy's Tutoring. Have been done that for the last 5-6 years before I worked at the school district in Sylvan Learning Center.
Okay, okay. All right, I'm going to set a bond in these cases. Excuse me. But I need to order that you have no contact with Carmen Mueller, okay? Do not call her, do not write her, do not email her.
Excuse me?
Am I not being clear?
I don't understand what Carmen Mueller has to do with it. That's my daughter.
Isn't that the victim? Was that the victim?
Judge,
Camilla? Is that right?
Well, I believe they're
Camilla's my wife. She's not a victim
Okay, hold
either.
on. No,
one's
it's
been-
Camilla. No,
Camilla
not Camilla
and
and
Carmen.
Carmen.
Yes.
All right. Gotcha. Carmen and Camilla. All right. Do not have any contact with either one of them while this case is pending, okay? Do not call, do not write, do not email. Do not have anyone else call them, write them, or email them, because that would be third-party communication. If they call you, you should hang up the phone. If you see them out somewhere, you should turn around and go the other way. I'm ordering you not to have any contact with either one of them until we figure out what's going on here, okay? I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case either one of them wants to file a civil injunction against you. If you do get that paperwork, you want to read it very carefully. It'll be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from either one of them or any place where they may frequent. I'm going to see you back to court on these cases on April 11th at 9 a.m. I'm going to set the bond on the first domestic battery at $1,000. The second one's going to be $1,000. And then the resisting officer will set at $500. It's a total of $2,500.
Your Honor, may I ask, since I haven't seen in writing, would you just read for me, please, the charges again?
That you have been charged with 2 counts of domestic battery, 1 charge against Camilla, 1 charge against Carmen, and then resisting an officer, that's Deputy Merced, without violence. I did find probable cause for those. I've appointed the public defender's office. Someone from the public defender's office will meet with you whenever you're available and go over those charges in more detail with you. We'll see you back to court on April 11th, okay?
My public defender, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Joseph Smith.
Hello.
Mr. Smith, can I have your date of birth?
4975.
Okay, you were here today for domestic battery. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office?
Yes.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. It does look like he had a domestic battery within the past year with the same victim. That case was dropped for lack of victim cooperation. And here we are again. Other than that, state, anything else?
Judge, he does have some out-of-state history. Let me figure out which state it is. Sorry, I can't get these things.
I don't care what state.
Okay, perfect. It looks like they are calling it a willful injury. Pled guilty to that in 2000. And then I have operating while intoxicated, 3rd felony convictions. Those were also in 2000s. In the 90s were the other intoxications. And that's the only history I see at this time, Judge. But
Okay.
my assumption is there is more if the other charge was a battery second offense is what it got dropped in February of this year.
Okay. Mr. Smith, I have an address for you on Maltby Road in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
15 years.
Do you have a job?
Self-employed and disability.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $5,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with Jody LaPlaca. All right.
Okay.
Yes. Do not have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call her. Do not write her. Do not email her. Do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. If you see her out, you should turn around and go the other way. If she calls you, you should hang up the phone. If you have any contact with Jody while this case is pending, you'll be charged with another crime and held without bond until you resolve all of your cases. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're going to see you back to court on April 11th at 9 a.m. I'm going to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Jody wants to file an injunction against you, okay? If she does file that injunction against you, read it very carefully. See you back to court
All
April
right,
11th.
Thank you.
James Alderman. Mr. Alderman, can I have your date of birth?
112757.
Okay. You are here today for a burglary of a structure, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and possession of burglary tools. The bonds are currently $5,000, $2,000, and $2,000. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender, please.
And he had bonded out on these other cases, a 2018 CF 286 and 285. He was out on bond on those. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to keep the bonds the same, 5,000, 2,000, and 2,000. I'm going to recommit you on case number 2018 CF 286 and 285. Probable cause to believe that while you were out on bond, you committed another crime. So we're going to hold you without bond on those cases. We're going to see you back to court. It looks like 3/26. Those cases are set for, so we're going to set your cases for March 26th at 1:30 in the afternoon for all of your cases. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did we get everyone at the jail?
We should still
We have an add-on for Donald Talby.
Okay. I'm always the last to know. What is it an add-on for?
Judge, it's a change of plea. Apparently they dropped one of his cases. What he has left is, my understanding, is possession of cannabis. And the agreement is 21 days, 21 days time served.
What's the case number?
2018 MM217.
Okay. Mr. Cozy, you want to resolve your case?
Yes.
You understand by taking a plea on this case today that you're giving up your right to go to trial,
Yes.
giving up your right to confront witnesses, giving up your right to call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes.
Okay, with regard to this possession of marijuana charge, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No contest.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I adjudicate you guilty, send you to 21 days for Nana County Jail, give you credit for the 21 days that you have in. You'll have fines and court costs in the amount of, is it $533, $50 to the public defender's office, and the cost of incarceration will be assessed against you. You want to,
Yeah, 1 year.
Thank you.
yeah. Mr. Bauer, were you able to talk to him about that?
No, Your Honor. I believe this was Mr. Casciolo's case.
Okay.
I don't know if he spoke with him about the adjudication.
The adjudication is going to cause the DMV to suspend your driver's license for a year. If you want to get your driver's license back, you're going to have to take it up with them, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck. Sure, stand up.